But again, we are not going to penalize the champions. And here I will take care during the negotiations to integrate all these aspects that you already do and to not create a conflict between greening in first pillar and agri-environmental measures in the second pillar. Secondly, I keep hearing that these measures cost money and have an impact on EU's production capacity. But what are the costs of doing nothing? For UK alone, the cost of soil erosion over 10 years are of more than €500 million, not to mention the impact on this has on the resource of fresh water. We are losing 275 hectares of soil per day in European Union because of soil selling and associated land intake. This means over 100,000 hectares per year. Soil biodiversity is threatened by soil acidification, which is modifying the soil ecosystem and reducing crop yields. Intensive use of irrigation, beyond related problems of water scarcity, accelerate the salinization of the soil, thereby affecting, again, soil productivity. This is the vicious circle we have to break. This is the circle we want care turn virtuous throughout the proposed CAP measures. We have chosen measures which are easy to apply and easy to control, measures that will not have an impact on price and production. And this is a long-term investment in a sustainable competitiveness, because this greening measure is not against competitiveness, but we cannot think only on a short-term competitiveness. And the soil, the access to water, the biodiversity are elements very important to maintain our competitiveness in the future also, in the long term. Setting agricultural production onto a sustainable growth path will be possible only with major research and innovation efforts, and here we fully agree with. To this end, the European Union budget proposal for 2014 and 2020 earmarked €4 billion to research and innovation in agriculture at the overall supply chain. It's for the first time that in a European policy for research and innovation, we earmarked clearly this strong budget for agriculture, for agri-environment, and for developing agri-food chain. This is double what is available at the present, and we also will ensure the linkage between this budget in research and innovation and the budget that we have in rural development program to support some specific measures for farmers into this direction. Fostering innovation and the knowledge-based agriculture is at the core of the new rural development policy. This does not just mean funding laboratory work. We need to develop the technologies that are most relevant for farmers and can be easily transferred into their farming practices. It includes measures such as knowledge transfer, farm advisory system, cooperation measures, and investments, including pilot projects, and as facilitating mechanism, the European Innovation Partnership for Agriculture that Caroline mentioned. The new CAP proposed new measures for farm advisory system services, also linked to climate change mitigation and adaptation, to environmental challenges, and to economic development and training. I think research and innovation is important not only to develop a more sustainable agricultural practices, but also a more performant agriculture in agri-food chain. With this reform, we remain committed to market-oriented agriculture. With the milk quotas already set to expire, the Commission proposed at the end of the last remaining quota regime for sugar in 2015. It should be the market that decides how much sugar we should import or export, and not a decision in an office, in an administration, or at European or national level. However, I don't need to tell you that the market alone is not enough to secure something as strategic as our food production. We will therefore maintain the existing system of public intervention and/or private storage aid, but only as a safety net system. In addition to this, we want to introduce a generalized system for responding to market crises in any sector, such as the rapid response that we were able to give for fresh vegetable growers last summer following the E. coli crisis. These are just a few subjects that I wanted to raise here with you on the reform of the Common Agricultural Policy. But to make it work, we have to reach yet another objective that Caroline mentioned, the simplification. In all the measures and tools that we are proposing with the new Common Agricultural Policy, we take into account the need to simplify the application of this policy, but in the same time, not to affect the accountability of this policy. Because I am ready to take into account all elements of simplification, but as European institution, we have to maintain our capacity to prove to our taxpayers the results and the delivering capacity of this policy. So this is why we have to find the middle way to simplify, but to be able to deliver results and accountability. For direct payments, we put forward a simple tool for administration and for farmers alike, like, for example, a new system with simplified management and a flat rate payment for small farmers. Greening measures have been designed in such a way that their implementation must make rational sense. It is out of the question to increase the number of inspections or the amount of paperwork. The number of good agri-environmental conditions will be reduced from 15 to 8, and 5 statutory management requirements out of the current 18 will be eliminated. The remaining 13 have been clarified where necessary. We have to keep our capacity to explain to taxpayers what they are paying for, concrete, measurable results of this policy. But while ensuring rigorous management of public money, we need to work together to simplify this policy in Brussels, but also at national and local level, because the bureaucracy in CAP not comes only from Brussels, sometimes also from some national or local decisions. And for this, I count on your input and cooperation, as well as that of your national and devolved administrations. Rather often criticized on complexity does not distinguish among the creators of that complexity, nor it is accompanied by better ideas on how to do things. This reform is a commitment for the future of European agriculture and European society, and to make it work, it needs the engagement for all of us. I will finalize here my intervention, but not before to thank you and to congratulate you for the good document that you prepared. I look attentively your proposal to adopt some of our legislative proposal, and I appreciate the constructive manner that you approached some sensitive issues for you. And you can be sure that I will take into account some good proposals when we will negotiate with the Parliament and the Member States the improvement of our proposal. I can assure you that I have a very open and good collaboration with Caroline and with Jim, and I am sure that we will work together in order to strengthen our common agricultural policy, and I also hope that UK will support us to maintain a strong budget for a strong common agricultural policy. Because I heard your remark regarding rural development envelope. But I think it's difficult to defend from one side a reduction of the budget of common agricultural policy and on the other hand an increasing of the budget for rural development for UK. So I think that if we have coherence in the budgetary approach and in the content of the common agricultural policy approach, we will win together for a strong and competitive agriculture in Europe. Thank you very much.